Good morning all. In today's session, we are going to start with part B, means second part of your typography syllabus. And part B, chapter 1 is your communication skill. So, before going to start with the chapter, firstly, what do you mean by communication? What is communication? Is a medium for communicate with each other or sharing views with each other. So, first question is, what is communication? Communication is the act of conveying message, information from one group or one person or one entity to another through the use of mutually understood signs, symbols, or semantic rules. Basically, signs means some impression, like your other impression, face expression, everything is a part of your communication. The following figure represent different type of communication. Communication could be either verbal, it could be of non-verbal. Verbal communication, the major thing required, that is language. In verbal communication, language is required, and language is a common tool that will help to transfer the ideas between two person, and both person will use the similar language, they will use the same language. That's why verbal communication is possible. And when language will be there, then sound will be there and sound effects will be there. In language, volume will be there, some syntax will be there, dictation will be there, distance will be there, content will be there, context will be there, collection will be there. These all are the parts that are generated when we are using verbal communication. And signals are in case of only non-verbal communication, in which no any language required, only gestures will work. Gestures means your body language, how you are presenting in front of others. What is your sign language? What are your signals you are using? How you are presenting yourself, like facial expression, your posture, your emotions, context, your interpretation, eye contact, face expression. These all are the part of your non-verbal language. Now, learning objective of effective communication. Why we need to learn the effective communication? The first thing why we are learning, the major thing is development of interpersonal skills. It means by using the effective communication, a user can share their idea with others. It means personally it can talk with other person and tell the personal ideas to other community. And second thing is to express effectively with maximum efficiency. And the second thing is a person can share the idea with more efficiency, in a more effective manner, in a good way, in a managed way, with a maximum efficiency. It means at efficient level. Now, verbal communication is the use of language to transfer or share the information through speaking or some sign languages. It is one of the most common type, often used during presentation, video conferencing, phone calls, meetings, and one-to-one conversation. Verbal communication is important because it is efficient, and it can be helpful to support verbal communication with non-verbal and written communication. Non-verbal is also possible and written is also possible in case of verbal communication. Now, what is non-verbal communication? In non-verbal communication, the usage of body language, gestures, facial expressions to convey information to others. It can be either intentional or non-intentional or unintentional. Non-verbal communication is helpful when trying to understand other thoughts or feelings. And third one is visual communication. It is the act of using photographs, videos, arts, drawing, sketch, charts, graphs to convey the information between two persons or a group of people. Visual are often used by an ad during presentation to provide helpful context alongside written or verbal communication. Since people have different learning styles, visual communication might be more helpful for some to consume ideas or information. And the best example of visual communication is your traffic signal. Traffic signal is presenting in red, orange and green light. Everybody will understand the communication by seeing the color of light. So that is of visual communication, no any written, no any face expression, directly visible with the help of sign. And next one is written communication. It is the act of writing, typing or printing symbols like letters and numbers to convey the information. It is helpful because it provides a record of information for references. And writing is commonly used to share the information through books, pamphlets, blogs, letters, memos, emails, SMS and so on. It means written communication is helpful in case of your general communication also, or in case of your electronic communication, that it means electronic medium also, or you can say digital medium also. The major advantages of written communications are as follows. Permanent record. If you are writing something, it is a permanent record. A writing communication helps. Basically, permanent record is a method of keeping the record for future also. Anybody can exchange the information by something and it can keep it for a record also. Next is meticulous presentation. What is meticulous presentation? Basically, someone want to communicate. In that case, as a written document is a permanent record, people are very cautious to fulfill all the writing requisites to make the writing perceivable at the other end. Thus, every document curated covers all major information points necessary to be communicated. It means we can note down the important points, we can dictate the important points. That's why written communication is most important. We can find out the minutes of meeting and we can present in front of others. If anybody asks you what was the medium of communication, you can directly present in brief that was the medium. It means you can discuss the main points of your communication. Third is easy circulation. A written document can easily be circulated in an organization. It means it can be distributed. It can be easily transferred from one person to other person, unlike the oral communication medium. So this attribute of written communication comes handy in equip the message with necessary information and suitable for statistical data. Statistical charts and figures are difficult to interpret verbally. Thus, circulating a document allows people to examine such intrinsic detail with ease. It means we can easily represent the statistical data, differentiation between two models, differentiation between two charts with the help of written communication. Promote goodwill. When conducting business, a well-crafted written document speaks volume about the competence of a particular organization. It means if you are running any business and if you are having a proper record in a written document, it means you are a good businessman and your document can be presented anywhere as a witness. Therefore, written communication helps to promote goodwill if performed wisely. And what are the disadvantages of communication? Written communication have disadvantages like time consuming. It takes time because we need to prepare it in a proper way. In order to craft an impassable piece of document, one has to invest an ample amount of time, which is indeed difficult. It means we need to spend a much time for a written communication. That's why it is time consuming. Second is non-flexible. A written document can't be altered once circulated. If you have transferred some document, it cannot be edited later on. So this makes written communication non-flexible. It is static communication, as every written word is concrete and the final document. And no scope for clarification. If the document is not curated, keeping the less of information person mindset in check, the detail can't be perceived by such people by the formulated written document. It means you need not to give any clarification if you are having a written document. You directly present your document. You need not to represent how it is possible, when it done. Everything should be well managed if you are having a written particular document. And demands creating proficiency. In order to deliver the message adequately across the other end, one should have a competence in the writing sector. It means if anybody transfer the important message, he or she can keep the record, and it demands the creating proficiency. It means you are a proficient businessman if you are having a record of each communication medium. And next is advantages of verbal communication. Verbal communication has some advantages like it saves time, because verbal communication is only with the help of language. Verbal mean to say by using some language we are sharing the ideas. The verbal communication of particular person gives you this facility to quickly send intended message, thus saving time. It means it saves the time also, it saves the money also. It saves you money as no printing or arranging of material is required. And feedback quickness. the particular person to whom you have presented the message, it can easily send the feedback of your verbal communication document. The distinct advantage of verbal communication is that receiver can ask and clarify his doubt on the spot without any delay. The sender can get quick feedback as to whether his intended message is received in its intended form or not, and can clarify the receiver in case of any doubt. Fourth one is ease of preparation. Oral communication is the easiest way of communication. It doesn't require preparation for any material. You need not to keep any record with you. You can directly speak in front of anyone. Next is most convenient method. Verbal communication is the most convenient method because in case of verbal communication, there is no any pre-planning required, and we can present the message in front of audience also. We can present a meeting also. People prefer more of verbal communication due to convenience factor, because verbal communication is more convincing either than written communication. While communicating verbally, you are most likely to convey matter simply and in plain understandable language, which is widely preferred. Sometimes it happens if you are writing something, it is not understood, but verbal communication is easily understandable. Next is disadvantage of verbal communication. First one is chances of distortion in meaning. Due to presence of various barriers in effective communication, it happens sometimes people take the another sense of the message. It means meaning of message is getting changed for intended person, which cause a lot of problem. Second one, not convenient for long messages. It is not at all convenient to convey long message orally, as it may happen that by the time message is complete, the receiver may forget the previously spoken important points. It means it is only flexible, it is only easiest way for a small message. For a long size message, it is not possible to keep in mind what we have done or what is pending. In that case, written communication is better. Next is irrelevant information. While having an important discussion, a lot of irrelevant information can be creep in during a conversation, leading to a waste of time and gap in relevant information. This lead to unnecessary waste of time and sometime omitting and forgetting to converse on what is reality of important. It means in reality what's the meaning is going on, why we are understanding, why we are discussing. It can't be cleared with the help of verbal communication. Sometimes it happens because maybe discussion should be very lengthy, so it can wastage of time, it can wastage of everything, you can wastage of your energy also. Next is misunderstanding. Usually two individuals are having different deep conversation. They can have some misunderstanding during the time. Sometimes subtle hints give, or some words spoke with some intention get misinterpreted and a whole new different meaning comes out of it. It means sense of the document will be changed, sense of the presentation will be changed. Thus it becomes crucial to know that what you have spoken and what is the sense of, in which sense you have spoken the particular meaning. Next is advantage of non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication have advantage. Complementary non-verbal cues complement a verbal message by adding to its meaning. Easy presentation. It can be easily presented with the help of audio video signals, or it can be presented through the face expression also. And substitute means non-verbal message may substitute for the verbal message. Essentially, it is blocked by noise, interpretation, long distance, language or barrier. For example, gestures, finger to lip indicate need for quiet. Facial expressions are more important. And reducing wastage of time. Time will be reduced. You are directly using your face expression. You are using the gestures. So you need not to write anything. You need not to speak anything. Without speaking, you can present in front of others what you want to say. These are the advantages of non-verbal communication. And disadvantage or limitation of non-verbal communication is vague and imprecise. It is the older technology. Non-verbal communication is quite vague, and since in this communication there is no use of word or language while expressing clear meaning to the receiver. Sometimes meaning is not clear. And continuous, it is possible to stop talking in verbal communication. And while watching someone's eyes, you might miss something significant and as a fast gestures. Sometimes it happens you are raising your hand for positive sense, but other one is taking it at a negative sense. And last one is culture bound. Non-verbal communication is learned in childhood, passed on to you by your parents and other whom associated. and long conversation are not possible in case of non-verbal communication. Thank you. Have a nice day.